Oh well, guess what? I'm back, baby. I'm back on the KTM Superduke 1390R EVO, and today I'm bringing you my top 6 things I love about this magnificent beast. I don't know if it's going to be 6, it'll probably be more, but anyway, I'm going to go at least 6. Before I get into that, just a quick update. I was intending to bring you the MR versus the KTM video, the M1000RB versus the KTM Superduke head-to-head video, but I've decided I need to hold it back for an extra few days because it needs some censorship. like honestly, there's nudity, there's swearing, there's all sorts of shenanigans on that video of me and Mazar going through the Hawkesbury back blocks on those 2 motorcycles, and I've actually edited and produced the video. It's ready to go, but I watched it back last night. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna make a couple of edits to this because let's just say it's risque, babies. It's risque. So I've just got to make a couple of changes. You'll see it very soon. You'll see it very soon. Wonderful, wonderful day out on those 2 bikes. It was an epic day. It's an epic video, but it's just needs a little censoring. That's all. That's all. I'm not going to say any more right now. You'll sort of get the drift when you see it. Anyway, hey, look. You're probably noticing the different camera setup. As you know, I went to the Osmo Action 4 with DJI Mic 2 wireless system, with 1 mic in my back pocket, 1 in the helmet to get stereo, including, you know, better exhaust and motorcycle noises, because I'm not just in the quest for the perfect bike, I'm in the quest for the perfect audio and video as well. So I'm trying a few different things. And look, I love the Osmo Action 4's video and the workflow. Unreal, best ever, way better than GoPro. Love it as a camera. However, as a motovlogging camera, its audio isn't good enough. What I had to get the audio you're hearing when I use that camera, man, the work I've got to do to get that, it's not worth it. When you've got a mic this close to your face in a motorcycle helmet, another one taking exhaust, doesn't cut it. It's too sensitive. I've got all the gain settings of all of the inputs on -12, the lowest I can get, and I still can't avoid clipping. It can't handle this scenario, and no one will convince you. And to all those YouTubers out there, you know who you are, who take the free camera and the payments and then promote it as a motovlogging camera, and then you show us you vlogging on it in really, you know, serene conditions with no wind noise, going slowly, and you say, oh, it's really great camera for motovlogging, how good, and you rave about it. Boo-hoo to you. You guys are letting us all down. You've been bought off. I'm telling you now, guys, the Osmo Action 4 does not cut it for this type of motovlogging. It doesn't. The audio is not up to it. Video amazing, audio not up to it, and I've tried everything. Hours, all the research, not up to it. And there's a whole bunch of YouTubers out there promoting it, and they're being paid off. And they're not showing real world motovlogging conditions, and I reckon that sucks. I will never do that. I will just tell you exactly what I think, good, bad, or otherwise. Okay? End of rant. That's my rant for the day. I love my rants, and that's my rant. Now, yeah, so the Superduke 1390R, the 6 things I love about this motorcycle. And by the way, I am dialing in I didn't finish my story. I've got the GoPro Hero 12 on today. I bought that, and I put the Max Lens Mod 2.0 on it, and I'm trying to dial that in. I'm dialing that in. So that's the first time I've ridden it. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what the audio is going to be like, so I'm trying it all for the first time today, and I don't have my Insta today, so it's just, you're going to have it all front view, because it's kind of like a trial, a test. Okay, I'm just seeing the gain levels, they look okay. Alright, so, yeah, if this doesn't turn out that good, I'll go back and do it again. So yeah, back to GoPro. Sorry, Osmo, I wish I hadn't, but I had to, because you can't cut it with audio, and hopefully this Max Lens mod will give me what I'm looking for, which is a wider field of view. So I'm going to try this for a while. Anyway, I'll have more to say on that later. The KTM Superduke 39R EVO, 6 things I love the most, the most besterest about this bike. Firstly, I love the way it handles. It is probably the best handling bike I've ever owned. And you can really throw this around, and it loves it. It loves it. I feel really safe into corners, mid-corner, outer corner. I just love it. The handling is so agile. It falls over. Look at this. A little bit of counter steer. Boom. Oh, I fall over. Watch this. Counter steer. Boom. You fall into the corner. I'm taking the corner too soon. It's so aggressive, that turn, and I love it. Which means you've got this awesome sort of ownership of the cornering experience, because this thing responds so well. And it doesn't feel heavy. You don't have those gyro forces that you have on the Street Fighter and the Tuono. They don't exist on this bike. Okay, they don't exist on the MR either, by the way, but you don't feel those gyroscopic forces cornering on this. It just feels so light. It feels like the Hyper. Really great. Just give me a sec. I'm going to pay this toll and then I'll be right back. Actually, no toll today. You ripper! It's my lucky day. It's going to be a good one. The handling, I love it. I just love it. And it's great on the really sort of tight, twisty stuff. And it's awesome on the big flowing stuff. Handles the bumps. The suspension's really good. But the actual handling profile itself, honestly, best handling. I took it out with the MR for a full day. We did it back-to-back. I rate the handling better than the MR, and the MR is very good. So there you go. Number 1, the handling, unreal. Number 2 next besterest thing I love about the KTM Superduke. I love the TFT switchgear and controllability. Big improvement on the 1290. This TFT, it's really cool. It shows you pictures of the bike, and you know, you've got a control that says, you know, AWC or whatever, and it'll show you what that means in pictures, which is awesome. It's really cool. It gives you this sort of engagement between you and the machine that I just reckon is really cool. Awesome screen. Love looking at it. It's got a nice gloss to it. The colors are great. You can see everything, and it interacts beautifully with the menu system on the bike. Beautifully. And you've got these programmable buttons here, C1 and C2, that you can program to do whatever you want. It's backlit. I didn't realise it's actually backlit. It's really cool. I think the multi-strata is backlit too, but all of these are backlit, so at night time you can see the controls. They're all where they should be. They've sorted out that stupid indicator from the 1290, and so the TFT and switching and menu systems, unreal. And that's how you interact with the machine, and it makes it a really great experience. And of course, the customization is infinite, especially suspension. I mean, you can do anything and everything you want. I love that. So you can make it your own bike. It's got track modes, pro modes. I know you got to pay for them, but it's worth it. So yeah, the actual switcherability and TFT ability on this machine are awesome. Next thing I really love about the KTM Superduke is the engine. I mean, the LCA, wow. I mean, it's immense. It is immense. And look, it's a street engine. Yes, you can tear some laps at the local track, yes, and you'll have great fun. But this is built for street. The way it responds down low and in the mid-range, it's all about street riding. And it means you've got fun available in any gear, anywhere, at any time. Woo, look at that. I mean, that's a quarter throttle opening. Boom. I still don't have the balls to give it a full opening half the time because it's so good, so strong. A magnificent engine, and the induction noise is really addictive. I love that induction noise, and I said that's for the rider to enjoy. We'll talk about exhaust later, not in this video. We'll talk about exhaust and the 6 things I don't love about the KTM, because it is a bit quiet. But the induction noise, unreal, and the engine, unreal. Like it's a peach. I love the Tuono V4 engine off. That was great. I love the Ducati V4 setup. Great. This LC8 engine is as good as any of those. It is magnificent. Love the engine. So that's the third thing I love the mostest about the KTM Superduke 1390R EVO. The fourth thing, next thing that I love about the KTM EVO is the suspension. It is wonderful. It is wonderful. I have travelled on some really, really crappy roads in the last couple of days, and the WP suspension has been brilliant on all surfaces. I can dial it to the scenario, I can control it through this menu system. It feels not too heavy, not too soft. It's like the MR is quite stiff as a bike, and you've got to dial that out of it. This out of the box is really, really good. It's just not, yeah, it's not too stiff, it's not too soft. It's brilliant for road. Now, I haven't gone into great detail with the suspension yet. I've got some great advice from a subscriber who's given me the settings. I haven't put them in yet, but I'm going to. And when I do, I'll report back. I'll do a video on suspension alone. But I can tell you, the controllability you have over suspension and the way it performs in the real world, unreal. Unreal, really good, as good as anything else in my portfolio. And I rate the suspension better than the M1000R, because the M1000R is a very stiff bike to start with, so you've got to kind of dial all that out of it, whereas this seems to have more dynamic range in terms of its suspension, which is awesome. Just back to that engine, I just love the short shiftability of it. Like, I'm in third here, I could be in fourth easy enough. It just responds so well. There's so much torque. You get that beautiful floating feeling that I love. Oh, I love it. And it loves the short shift. And by the way, it's actually really good up top as well with this camshift technology. It's just got it all. It's got it all. Electronics. Okay, the thing I probably like the most about this bike, the number one, and I think class-leading, world-leading feature is the electronic system. The modes, all the modes I've got, from performance to track to street to, you know, sport, rain, like the way that's all pre-programmed, and then of course the programmability of it all. The electronics are exquisite, and to be honest, the massive change and difference between this variant and the ones that have come before is the fact that this motorcycle can be an absolute brute. It can smash your face in, scare the crap out of you. It can be just incredibly aggressive, and it can be an absolute polite, albeit, you know, muscle-bound, suit-wearing brute of a polite dinner guest. It can sit there with its muscles bulging out of its shirt, with tattoos sort of poking through the cuffs of the sleeves, but it's beautifully charming, polite, uses great manners at the dinner table. This bike has that, they've tamed the beast, but in a great way. I can ride this really sedately. It's easy to ride. I can ride it around the city. I can just cruise like I am now. Easy, not intimidating at all. And then the moment I decide I want that beast to rip off its shirt, start smashing people, I'll drop down a gear, I'll line up the corner, and oh Jesus, just, oh, you know, that front wheel just wants to come up. It is, as cars are a bit close, and you pull them in so quickly, but it's a multi-personality machine now, whereas I think the previous model was always the brute. It just felt so on-off to me, that bike. This does not. This has got some civility about it. I'll talk more about that in the comparison video between this and the MR, so stay tuned for that. But I love the fact that this can be a civilized dinner guest, and it can be a complete thug. It can be an absolute thug, and that the electronics are responsible for that. The way they have tamed the beast is exquisite. The previous model intimidated me. This one does not. It can if I let it, but it's my choice. Whereas on the old bike, it wasn't really my choice. I was being ridden by it. I feel like I am riding this, and that is the standout feature. I think that's number 5. So number 6, the 6th most lovable thing about this machine, and this is going to polarize. Okay, I love the way it looks. I just love it. In orange, I don't like it in black. In black, it kind of loses its unique thugness, its unique kind of all the angles and all of the weirdness about it get lost in black, and it just looks like any other, you know, black kind of naked bike. The orange brings it alive. It just shows off its lines and its muscular form and its weirdness, and I love it. I love it. It is. I had it parked next to the MR on our ride yesterday, and the MR looks amazing. It looks like the Star Vader lurking in the background like a hitman. This thing just looks like, oh, this futuristic thug. It's so cool, so cool. And you've got to see these front lights in person, because in person you get all the depth of the, you know, the sort of inlets and stuff, and you get to see it properly in the flesh as this masterpiece, and it's light and it's functional and it looks sick. Now I know a lot of people don't like the looks of this, you know, the new KTM facelift. Half the people I reckon who say that probably haven't seen it in the flesh, but if you've seen one in the flesh, I reckon the chances are you're going to like it. I love it. In fact, let's just do a little walk around, shall we? Oh, I know before we do the walk around, I know I'm supposed to be talking about only 6 things I love, but I'm going to give you a 7th one. For a really big 1350 twin, this is super smooth. Look at this. 2nd gear, chugging along. Look at this. Look at this. Look, it's amazing. I'll go to 3rd, shall I? I'll go to 3rd. 3rd, look at that. Quick shift didn't like too much, but look at it. No problem. No problem. And a few times over the last couple of days, we've been chugging into low speed corners, and I've kept this in a gear higher than I should have. And it's just no problem. It's so good down low. It's so smooth. Way more smoother than the Hyper. And I reckon it's up there with the MR. That inline 4 is super smooth, but this is as good. It'll surprise you just how smooth it is. In all scenarios, by the way. Not just low speed. In all scenarios. And look at the braking. Boom. Oh, just so good. Not the same initial bite as the MR, but the progressive power of the braking is super impressive. I think they're actually stronger brakes than the MR. Anyway, let's have a little look. There's a nice 1098. Beautiful. Let's have a look. Let's have a walk around the magnificent Superduke. Check it out. Now, this camera might not work with this massive lens for close-ups, but just loving the look of this bike. Look at it. Beautiful. That Ducati's nice too behind it. Absolutely stunning bike. That orange is incredible, and these aggressive lines. Love the pipes. Oh, just amazing. I think that Acura really looks good on the bike. You know, you could have carbon up front, I suppose, but I love the orange. Beautiful. And the front of it, check out the front of it. It's just an amazing, beautiful looking bike. How could you not love that? And we'll give it a bit of a squirt, shall we? Give it a bit of a squirt. There you go. Sounds alright, eh? So there you go. There are the 6 or more things that I love about the KTM Superduke R1390. I hope that this audio and video has worked, and if it hasn't, I'll have to come back this afternoon for another ride. It's a first world problem, that's for sure. So stay tuned. My MRV KTM video is coming soon, and you're gonna love it, but I do need to censor it a little bit. Stay tuned for that. But I hope this one keeps you fed, keeps your XODAS appetite satisfied just for the time being, while I finish my editing on what's an epic day out in the Hawkesbury on those two wonderful machines coming soon. For now though, it's see you later.